Roman Reigns just made a vicious return at SummerSlam, not only attacking The Fiend after successfully winning the Universal Championship from Braun Strowman in a Falls Count Anywhere match, but also directly going after Braun Strowman afterwards after hitting a vicious spear on The Fiend. Then he goes after Braun Strowman, hits him with a drive-by, and constantly clocks him with a steel chair. Oh my God. You knew that it was going to happen. You knew that Roman Reigns was eventually going to come back. But what a way he did. What a fashion that he did. I mean, you got to start to hope to wonder if this means that Roman Reigns, if he's turned heel. It's very confusing to know because you saw him go after the Fiend first, then you saw him go after Braun Strowman. My guess is that he's just making a statement, a statement because he wants to go after the Universal title, the title that he was supposed to challenge for at WrestleMania, but then he backed out after the Miz came in sick and he ended up not he ended up not feeling comfortable to face Goldberg at WrestleMania, and so he chose not to uh, perform in that match. And Braun Strowman was a last minute replacement. So my goodness, guys, what a way for Roman Reigns to come back with just no music, no entrance, a spear out of nowhere that just caught me so off guard. And he beat the mess out of the Fiend. The virtual fans were booing, and this is why I say, does this mean that Roman Reigns is a heel? Because we know that before Roman Reigns left, he was still getting a good amount of cheers. Ever since he came back from leukemia, ever since he recovered from leukemia, he'd be getting more cheers relatively than boos. But the fact that after he attacked the Fiend and Braun Strowman, most of the virtual fans were booing him, it makes you wonder if this means that Roman Reigns has finally turned heel, which is something that a lot of people have been waiting for the last couple of years. I mean, my goodness, what a way for him to come back. In my mind, I think that Roman Reigns just came to make a statement to say that he's going after the Universal title after never losing that title, after having to relinquish that title due to his leukemia. And then on top of that, the one chance he was going to have to fight for the championship again, he did not wrestle that match, and Braun Strowman was his last minute replacement. So in my mind, I just think it was a statement he was making to both guys. Maybe this is setting up for a triple threat match at Payback, or maybe this is setting up for a triple threat match at Night of Champions, or maybe he could just be feuding with Braun first once again, like their feud back in 2017, and then go after the Fiend. I mean, there's so many question marks after seeing him do that that comes to mind. My goodness, it definitely is. And like I said, I don't want to come out because we've seen what happened when he defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33. He kind of cut a heelish promo the next night saying that it was his yard after the crowd booed the mess out of him, and then he walked out of the ring. And so I don't want to immediately say that he turned heel because, what he did tonight versus what he might do on SmackDown is two different things. The only way you'll truly know if he turned heel is if you see him do some heelish tactics on SmackDown as well. So I'm really invested to see where they're going to go with this, if Roman Reigns has turned or if this was just him showing out his aggression to show that he's really going after that championship. And I think that's what it is. I think Roman was just tired of sitting at the sidelines, and Roman wants to reclaim the championship that he never lost. And so it was just a clear statement to both guys who've been feuding with each other for the last really it was the last three pay-per-views, but they put it on hold because Braun had a child, Bray Wyatt had a child, everything. So Braun had a short feud with the Miz and Morrison that took place at Backlash when he beat them in a handicap match. But still, it's been taking place the majority of the time that Roman's been gone, so it only makes sense for them to eventually come back. And I mean, it just really came out of nowhere. It wasn't until he turned around that I even knew who it was because he just literally speared him out of nowhere. Mind you, he was not wearing his Shield outfit. That's another thing I noticed here. And I have seen Roman, not wearing that outfit before, but this was just kind of surprising how this was because Roman came out and he did not have his Shield gear on. He had a regular, different type of shirt on that kind of almost summarized what he was going to do to both men in that shirt. I cannot think right now what that shirt said, but you guys know better than me who saw it on live stream. You know exactly what the shirt said, but it kind of almost foreshadowed what he was going to do to both men. So what a way for Roman to come back, after not feeling safe to come for the last couple of months after having twins and all those type of things. It's good to see him finally come back and. Obviously, I don't think he should take the belt from the Fiend as quickly, especially since the Fiend has won it from Braun. But again, you can definitely tell that this is setting up for the match that was originally supposed to happen at WrestleMania, the Fiend versus Roman, before they changed it to Roman Reigns and Goldberg. So definitely a just a really uh, vicious, insane return we just saw here for Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. My God, I mean, again, I got to give it to Roman here because the way he came out was very unexpected. The way he viciously clocked Braun Strowman with the steel chair was very unexpected. I mean, my goodness, it definitely seems as though Roman could be heading on the dark side, but we won't really truly know. Again, at least I think we won't really truly know until we see what happens on SmackDown. Because again, he has done some heelish things before, but he did not fully turn heel. So maybe this is a sign that that's happening, but I'm not really sure. But definitely, Roman Reigns, the big dog, has come back to reclaim his yard. And it's just going to be interesting where they go from here. I feel as though they may be set up for a triple threat match because I mean, Braun Strowman just lost the belt, and at the same time, Roman pretty much wants both guys. So it's very possible they can be set up for a triple threat match. Very possible. We'll just have to see what happens here because I definitely don't think that Braun will just be thrown to the curb right away. I think he's still going to be in this for the end. That could very well happen over time, but I do think he's still going to be in this for the end. So this is just going to be a very, very interesting match just to see how it plays out. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, wow. I just don't know what to say. Roman Reigns is back. And he came back in one of the most uh, unique ways I've ever seen. So that's pretty much it, guys. Sorry, everybody. Friends. Conscious squad.